They don't hear black women in the hospitals or something? You
You
gonna hear this one. You gonna hear this one right now. Next hospital visit, I'm gonna go there with shades on. Y'all heard what she said?
A triple dog dare you.
Get the girl some jello!
Right.
Shoot. Oh, listen, there's a black woman today. Go ahead. Y'all listening? Listen up. What's up, y'all? It's Hashim Lafond, a.k.a. It's Hashim, baby. Oh,
And Johnetta.
And welcome to In Bed with the Lafonds. We're here to talk to you about...
Ready for it? Is that you shouldn't ask a woman when or if she's going to have a baby. I disagree.
The reason why you're saying this is we want to talk about your pregnancy journey.
Yes. All 6 of them.
I'm not saying our pregnancy journey because I don't like when people say we're pregnant. Like, no, you're pregnant.
Well, I think it takes 2 people to make a baby, so we had to put forth effort to get pregnant.
Yeah. Basically, I did all the hard work.
Sure. So the unpopular opinion is not to ask a woman when or if she is going to have a baby. I disagree. Why? Because I think as women, we need to support each other. We all have a journey that we've gone on or planning on going through. And I think we need to share with each other.
We got married. We knew that we wanted to have children 3 years after we got married.
At least, yeah.
That was the goal. And around the 3-year mark, but we enjoyed each other for a total of about 10 years before we had our first kid.
Math.
We were dating 7 years before we got married. And then while we were married, it's 3 years. It's 10 years. And, people still thought it was a little too soon.
Yes. There were people that suggested we wait.
But I remember the day.
What day?
I remember the day. I was sick. Something was going on.
You were sick.
And you were out. And you came in. And you gave me a balloon. A baby balloon. And was it a bottle?
I fed you your cough medicine, but I used a baby spoon.
A baby spoon. I was mad. I'm like, oh, I thought you were calling me a big baby.
It definitely took you a minute to catch on.
When did it dawn on me that this was a pregnancy announcement?
I handed you the paper from the doctor's office.
That's what it was.
I handed you the paper from the doctor's office.
And I was like, what?
That's why they say we're pregnant. Because you're equally excited.
What if other people are excited that they're pregnant too?
Kinda. Grandparents say...
If your mother said we're pregnant, when I said we're having a baby, I'm going to have a serious issue with that.
It's like a family thing.
Anyways, you were pregnant. That's what the doctor's note said. It didn't say y'all are pregnant.
You're so silly.
We were excited.
Mm-hmm.
Did we paint the room yet?
No. We didn't get that far.
We were just shocked.
Like the next day, I started spotting. Ironically, I was at church.
Mm.
I didn't tell anybody. We hadn't told anybody I was pregnant. And we hadn't told anybody that I started spotting either.
I didn't know what that was. Oh, that's spotting. Oh, it's just a period. No! You're pregnant. That's not a period.
Right. I called the doctor. And they basically were like, I want you to prepare yourself. Probably having a miscarriage. Sorry to tell you. Come in and we'll, what is it? Verify? Is it verify? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Maybe. Like they wanted to check with a blue check.
It's not social media. But anyways, so I went in and they agreed, yes, I had a miscarriage. And it was the awkward, like, how do I feel about this? I'm genuinely sad.
Mm-hmm. One of the questions was, are we gonna be able to do this? I mean, I remember we were younger. You went to the doctors and they told you that.
I was diagnosed with endometriosis when I was in high school. What was that? Like my sophomore year? Junior year?
And they were saying that there's a possibility.
That there was a strong possibility I would not be able to have children. I had to have surgery for my endometriosis. It was a lot. That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My senior year of high school, I had to have surgery. And the doctor basically was like, yeah, we went in, and I'm just going to be honest with you. Possibility of you having kids, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, things happen. Things could change. I was like, what? Who says that to a high school girl?
No, I didn't have any doubts that we were gonna have children. I never thought that. I just knew. Because I'm a sharpshooter. I just knew.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I just knew. So it didn't faze me until the miscarriage part.
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, what does this mean?" Because we never talked about that. I never knew. Like, no one ever talks about a miscarriage.
No, which is why I think we need to talk about it.
And so what I ended up doing, I started asking everybody. I told everybody, "Hey, we had a miscarriage." Like, which is awkward. Yeah, but I wanted to. I'm reaching out. I want to know, like, are we the only people that did this?
Or how to handle it.
There was so many people. Some of the mentors I had is like, oh yeah, it happened to us.
Mm-hmm. My mother.
Yeah, my mother too.
It was way more common than we knew. It shouldn't even be an uncomfortable conversation.
And so you reached out to a friend.
I had a friend that went to church with me, and she was a doctor. And I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know where else to go. I was nervous about, yes, I got pregnant, so I'm excited. That means it's possible. But does that mean I'll be able to carry a baby? And so we went to lunch. And during our lunch, she said, I think, one of the most life-changing and meaningful things I've ever heard in my life. She literally said, every baby has a purpose. What?
That was the most life-changing? I thought I do was the most life-changing. Okay, all right. Okay.
Changed my whole thinking, my whole processing. She said that she believes that every baby has a purpose, even if that baby's purpose is to come and prepare a mother to become a mother.
Damn! That was deep.
And so it just kind of gave me closure, gave me a little bit of understanding, I felt like. And it was even more inspirational than anything. Like, okay. I didn't feel, I guess, broken. So that's why I say, I think we should talk about it. I think that even hearing that or having that conversation allowed me to heal properly so that I could get pregnant to have an Azariah, year, Adonai, Yanai.
That was pretty good. This is the first time, like last time the kids weren't here. We had some help. This time we were like, oh, no, we don't need help today. We can try this out.
You were convinced. You were like, I don't mind doing it with the kids here. I feel like, or I strongly believe that if you communicate with someone that you are trying to get pregnant and struggling, or you have goals of getting pregnant, or you have intentions of getting pregnant, or you don't want to be pregnant, you don't want to have kids, all that is great. And it's okay to talk about it because you don't know what knowledge or experiences another woman has, or men even have, to support each other. I mean, I know couples that have gone out of the country to have IVF because it's a better experience. It's a more affordable experience. But you don't know that information unless we talk about it, unless we share it.
Here's a person that approached you at the mall.
Yes, there have been people that stopped me in the mall or stopped me in public and have asked me, how did you do it? And I mean, one of the things that I've done, I felt like I needed to change my diet completely, because I was reading, I want to say, hold on, Tia Mowry.
You don't have to say it if you don't remember.
It is Tia Mowry. It's Tia. I was reading her book, and she also has endometriosis. And so one of the things that she was talking about is how she changed her diet because certain foods that she eat trigger inflammation and growth. And so I was like, well, let me change my diet because if that's going to help, first of all, keep me out of pain because that's key. And then I also have a better lifestyle. I mean, my chances of getting pregnant are going to be even higher. And so that was definitely one of the things that I did. And I think that helped a lot too.
And so we tried. We tried again. We
again.
Man,
So
you was wild. You was wild. Man, it was good. Did you like a missionary? Did you look at, what's that Petey Pablo song? Do you want it over here? Do you want it over there? Man, we did it everywhere. We did it here. We did it there. We did it everywhere. It's like kind of like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. Man, we went in. And one of the strangest things we did is that
I don't believe this. You're convinced. I don't believe it. There's no way to know.
You lived it. What are you talking about?
There's no way to know.
The way Anaya was conceived.
There's no way you could know. It's
instead of playing slow jams, as like usual, we played worship music.
You say we, like.
We both didn't press the button.
No, I didn't press the button.
I played it and you played along. Man, we got busy.
You concerned
to
me.
worship music and gospel. I was like, this is. I mean, we couldn't do that if we were fornicating. But since we were married, I'm like, God. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
I don't know if that has.
But if you're out there, try it. Throw on some Hill songs.
I don't know if that has anything to do with
Put on some Maverick City.
I don't know if that has anything.
GP, are you with me?
With
no
anything.
Just put on some Kirk Franklin.
Oh, where are you taking this?
Do you want a revolution? Whoop, 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 whoop.
I also had ectopic pregnancy.
So we had Anaya, we had Zariah, and at this point we were going to move to California.
Mm-hmm.
And we were packing, we were getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
And you sent me a meme that said, "Oh, shh, I'm pregnant again." I was looking at it. I didn't get it. I was like, that's funny. Wait a minute.
I remember being at the doctor's office and seeing like the little bubbles after I sent it and laughing to myself like, he doesn't get it.
I did not get it. I was like, haha. And I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. We're going to California. Like, what? How do we... So when we moved to California, we drove from Boston, Massachusetts, to California. And while we were in there, we knew that Johnetta was pregnant at the time, which added so much more pressure.
It was really awkward.
Starting a whole new life, and you didn't have your doctor. You got to the doctor.
So I was at the doctor. They said, we need to check and see if your numbers are rising. We're going to take your numbers now and then come back in 2 days and we'll see what the numbers are doing. So I leave, come back 2 days later, and the numbers increased the slightest bit. They're supposed to double, triple, like increase astronomically. They didn't. They were still concerned, but there was a little bit of hope. Numbers are still rising. Come back in 2 days. Mind you, we're still packing for California. And I go back in 2 days. The numbers had dropped, but not below where they were the first time. So they're concerned. Come back in 2 days. At this point, I'm like, I don't want to come back. So I go back, and the numbers have increased again, but again, not enough. So my doctor informed me. She was like, I really think that you're having ectopic pregnancy. You're going to have to get that taken care of. I was like, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. for California. So we're gonna just go and hope for the best.
Dun, dun, dun. Stay tuned for the no, I'm not gonna play y'all like that.
That probably wasn't the best idea. Top of pregnancies can be really dangerous. You can have like a rupture in your tube if the baby gets too big. They could be pretty bad. My doctor said you're not in any pain. You still feel good. As long as you feel okay, you know, you're okay. But any type of pain, any cramp, anything, you go straight to the emergency room, the nearest emergency room. It's like, okay. So we drive all the way to California.
We drove. Johnetta, all right, so now you're saying we're pregnant.
Is that the story?
And we drove.
Is that what you were talking about?
I drove the whole way there.
Because when I was going to drive, you got mad at the fact that you had to make the girls a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and entertain them in the back seat. You didn't like the idea that you had to turn around and give them pacifiers and bottles and toys and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
No, I'd rather drive Miss Crazy.
Which one of your kids are Miss Crazy?
There's a lot of women in that car.
Anyways. So, yes. We get to California and I'm like, okay, well, we gotta go to the hospital. Okay, let's go. I go to the hospital and they do an ultrasound. They check everything. Yes, I'm pregnant. They can kind of see that there's something in one of my tubes. The doctor suggests surgery to remove a piece of the tube. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I already have endometriosis. Pregnancy's already kind of a struggle for me. I don't want to have a surgery that I don't need to have. I don't like this idea. So I called my doctor back in Boston. Well, Rhode Island, actually. And she was like, well, you're not in any pain. And, you know, they can see it, but they can't see exactly what it is. So why would they do surgery? She's like, you don't need surgery. First, you tell them to give you a shot. And then you come back. And once you make sure everything's clear, then you know you're good. Now, if they give you the shot and you come back and it's not clear, then we can move forward and discuss a surgery. So I told them what she said, and thankfully they listened, but I was able to advocate for myself, which is a big deal.
We were able to advocate. Well, I'm going to give myself credit.
You get all the credit you need, baby.
I was bodyguard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what ep topic or none of that meant. You better do what she said to do.
Right.
That was me. You heard what she said. They don't hear black women in the hospitals or something. You gonna hear this one. You're gonna hear this one right now.
Well, they gave me a shot.
Do the ep something.
Remember that shot hurt? I remember that shot hurt, y'all.
Did you ask for it? I was like,
ooh,
stop the shot.
That hurt.
She said she's hurt.
And it cleared out.
Next hospital visit, I'm gonna go there with shades on. Y'all heard what she said.
A triple dog dare you.
Get the girl some Jell-O.
Make sure the camera's recording before you do it, though, because I need that, like, to document.
Y'all heard her. Get the camera rolling.
Right.
Shoot. Oh, listen, there's a black woman today. Go ahead. Y'all listening? Listen up.
I'm done.
And then boom, y'all see it comes in.
Let's talk about it. I want to know, do y'all agree that we as women should share our struggles with fertility and infertility?
Yeah.
I think we should. Let's talk about it.
And if you don't, I think the fathers should secretly, fathers and potential fathers should sneak out and be like, yo, this was happening. This is what's happening. Please talk to her, talk to me. I don't understand. Say, help me. But I love you.
I love you.
Secretly.
Look at your satin. Oh, satiny.
What's happening?